Hello and welcome back to my channel, my little channel from my little kitchen. And I've had a couple of weeks away from my little kitchen, largely because I've been on holiday. I went to Brussels for a weekend for my birthday, which was lovely, and then had a week in Madeira, which was lovelier. If you don't know anything about Madeira, look it up. It's a Portuguese island, a little way north of the Canary Islands off the coast of Africa, and it is so utterly and breathtakingly beautiful. It is like Hawaii without the American tourists wearing white socks and sandals. Not that I have anything against American tourists wearing white socks and sandals, but there aren't any, if that's your thing. It's very, very nice. Took loads of photos. It looked a bit like Jurassic Park in places. Really beautiful island. Anyway, that's what's kept me away from my YouTube channel for a couple of weeks and cooking. Other people have been doing the cooking for me, as is the case when you're on holiday. So anyway, what's today? What's today? Today hasn't got a name. It's a dish that I've picked from many different YouTube videos all over the place and a few recipes, and I've just perfected it into one thing. So it's a creamy white beans, garlicky, parmesan-y, sun-dried tomato-y and spinachy dish. It's really, really gorgeous. The term comfort food has been overused, but today is definitely a comfort food. Serves between 4 and 6. Get some crusty bread in there, toast some lovely, lovely bread, dig it in there, and you're just, whoa, you'll get it all over your chops and maybe some in your ears and things like that. So let's, get on with it. And what is on today is board of goodness, plenty of goodness. We begin, the sauce begins with a single chopped onion, it's about a medium size, 3 cloves of garlic, a tin, or a jar in this case, of sun-dried tomatoes, drained weight about 168 grams. You're going to be using most of that, about 140, 150 grams. We're going to need the oil from that as well to start off with. Then we have 3 cans or packets, in my case, of cannellini beans. You can use white beans of your choice. I like cannellini. This dish is going to serve 6, so I've got 3. Any less, probably 2 for serving 4 people. We're going to go in with some double cream. So that's about half of that, 150 mils of double cream. 1 teaspoon of chili flakes. Optional if you're not into a hot. It's not going to be hot, but you know, that's going to give it a bit of bite. But that's definitely optional. I'll put it in. It's up to you whether you don't want to or not. I'm going to chop up a bunch of baby spinach. What's that, 100 grams? Yeah, I think that's going to be about right. I'll chop up all of that. About a tablespoon of dried thyme. A bunch of Parmesan. What's that, 60 gram packet. I'm going to use most of that, probably about 40 or 50 grams. Up to you, taste it as you go. Let's say 40 grams and add to it if you want some more. And probably about most of a teaspoon of black pepper and most of a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to stick it in this. And then, yeah, let's see how we get on. And so we begin. So take your jar of sun-dried tomatoes and get that oil in the pan. What I'm going to do while this is all cooking is whiz up this with my hand blender. So this is going to make like a blended sun-dried tomatoes thing. Oil in there, starting to heat up. Get the onions in. They're going to go for about, let's say 5 or 6 minutes. Maybe 6 or 7 minutes. Let's say 6 or 7 minutes. Just in with your 3 cloves of garlic, roughly chopped. And we're going to give that 2 or 3 minutes, I think. While you're doing that, empty out these into a colander and wash them through so that all the water from them has gone. All nicely softened. We're a few minutes in. So now add your squished, whizzed up sun-dried tomatoes. And I'm going to put in my teaspoon of chili flakes. I'm going to put in my tablespoon of thyme. Roughly a tablespoon, because that's all I've got left. And we'll add our salt while we're at it. Probably slightly less than a teaspoon. Start with a little and then continue on. Right. It's coming back up to heat. I'll start about 5 minutes, I think. And then in with your white beans. This is going to be about 5 minutes, during which you're going to pour in your cream, so about half of that. Now what you're going to need to do while this is cooking is keep an eye on it. Add a little bit of water from time to time to stop it going too dry or too thick. But essentially that's going to be 5 to 10 minutes of cooking there. While we're doing that, we're going to chop up the spinach. Right, it's been bubbling away for a few minutes now. Time to add the Parmesan. What did we say? 40 grams. So, yeah, it's about, 2/3 of that packet. I'm going to add in the roughly chopped spinach as well. That will melt down really, really easy. Oh, yes. Add a little bit of water again to stop that sticking. And you're going to cook this for, I don't know, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Let's say 8 or 9 minutes. We'll come back to it then. Just a little bit of water in that. Stop it sticking, low heat, and there it is, pretty much finished. It's simmering away, so add your little bit of black pepper, about half to a teaspoon of black pepper, and you're going to want to serve that with a little bit of rustic bread. I'm going to have it on its own actually, because I really quite fancy it on its own. I think that's going to be gorgeous. Let's have a look. Oh yes, look at that. I enjoy these times. I also enjoy getting it all over my dish, so it's not particularly artistic. Yeah, okay. That's it. It's gorgeous. It's wonderful. Enjoy. So there it is. Another one in the can, or another one in the bowl to be more accurate. Thank you very, very much for watching this far. Please like and subscribe. There's more to come. I've cooked about 3 recipes this week, so there might be hopefully a few in short succession. Anyway, take care. Next time. Bye-bye.